It began as laughter echoing through a quiet Houston neighborhood, the kind of laughter that belongs to children who believe the world is still kind. The streetlights flickered softly against the pavement. The air cool and thick with the smell of rain. 11-year-old Kaden Mills darted from one porch to another, giggling with his friends. They were playing what they called ding dong ditch the harmless old prank of knocking on a door and running before anyone could answer. It was late. But not too late for kids chasing mischief. Their sneakers slapped against the wet concrete, their voices rising and falling in bursts of innocent joy. A camera on a nearby house caught them running, small, blurred shadows moving beneath the glow of the street lamps. But one door changed everything. Behind that door lived Carlos Hernandez a 39-year-old man whose life had grown narrow and bitter. His house sat at the corner, windows shuttered, porch light off. Neighbors said he was quiet, the kind of man who didn't wave, who didn't talk much. But beneath that quiet was fear, a constant hum fed by too many stories about crime, break-ins, and danger creeping through the night. When the knock came, the 3 sharp taps. Hernandez's body stiffened, his heart raced, in his mind. This wasn't a child's prank, it was an invasion. He reached for his gun. Outside, Kaden's laughter was still ringing. The boy ran, sneakers squeaking on wet concrete, trying not to trip over the curb. His friends scattered, still laughing, still breathless from the chase. But Hernandez had already opened the door, weapon in hand, eyes searching the dark. A second knock, maybe from another porch, maybe just an echo, made him snap. Neighbors heard the crack of a gunshot split the night, sharp and terrible. Kaden stumbled. The laughter stopped. His small body crumpled near the sidewalk, right where the light from Hernandez's porch met the shadows. His friends froze, the world around them shrinking to silence. Someone screamed his name, a sound that would later echo through every interview, every courtroom, every headline. By the time police arrived, the rain had started again. Blue and red lights painted the puddles on the ground. Officers moved quickly, tape stretching across driveways, questions spilling into the night. Inside the house, Hernandez stood trembling, gun still warm in his hand. He told officers he thought he was defending himself, that he believed someone was trying to break in. But outside, a mother's world was ending. Tanya Mills arrived barefoot, her robe soaked from the rain. She pushed through the crowd, shouting Kaden's name, not wanting to believe the limp shape on the stretcher was her son. An officer caught her as she tried to run closer. Her scream cut through the noise, a sound too raw to belong to this world. He was just playing, she said over and over. He was just playing. Neighbors gathered, holding umbrellas, whispering disbelief. It was kids, one woman said. They do it all the time. Another shook her head, tears mixing with the rain. Not anymore. She whispered, not after this. The days that followed blurred into grief and outrage. Candlelight vigils lined the street where Kaden fell. Balloons and stuffed animals piled up beside a photo of him smiling, gap-toothed, holding a basketball. The sign above it read *Justice for Kaden. News crews came, capturing the glow of candles flickering in the damp wind. The footage replayed across America. Another headline in a country already weary of violence. Another question about fear, race, and guns. Prosecutors moved quickly. Hernandez was charged with murder his face pale and expression blank in the mugshot that spread online. It was a door-knock prank, officials said. A harmless game. And a child lost his life for it. In court, Hernandez's attorney tried to explain that he acted out of fear, that Houston's rising crime had put everyone on edge, that it was dark and he thought someone meant to harm him. But the jury's faces told another story, one of disbelief, of sorrow, of quiet anger. Witnesses described Kaden as a bright, curious boy who wanted to be a pilot. His teachers said he made everyone laugh. His mother spoke softly in the courtroom, holding a photo of her son. He was my heart, she said. He wasn't breaking in. He was laughing. He was alive. There were moments when the courtroom went silent, not because of what was said, but because everyone realized how fragile life had become, how 1 second of fear, one pull of a trigger, could erase a future that hadn't even begun. Outside, people debated. Some called it another tragedy born from paranoia and easy access to guns. Others said it was proof that fear had become America's most dangerous weapon. In the days after the verdict, the street where it happened grew quiet again. The chalk outline had long washed away, the flowers wilted, the candles gone cold. But if you passed by on a rainy night, you might still feel it with the heaviness that comes from knowing that innocence isn't bulletproof. Hernandez sat in his cell, staring at the concrete wall. He replayed the sound of that knock over and over. He said later he wished he'd just turned on the light, looked through the window, called out first, anything but what he did. But regret doesn't rewind time. It only deepens the silence. For Tanya Mills, each day became a slow step through grief. She kept Kaden's room in touch, the posters on the wall, the shoes by the bed, the notebook still open with a doodle of a rocket ship. Sometimes she'd sit there, tracing the lines of his handwriting, whispering his name like a prayer. Reporters eventually moved on. The headlines faded. But for those who lived on that street, the echo of that night never left. Kids no longer played ding-dong ditch, doors stayed locked, laughter came less often, and somewhere in Houston, under a gray sky heavy with rain, a mother still waited for a knock that would never come again.